So let's talk next a little bit about how we can turn in workbooks. Now you'll know this is broken into sections. If you'd rather me to film it as one video, if you think one video is better, I use a video editor. And so it would be easy enough for me to just combine all the videos together into one long video. Let me know. Share your opinion. Okay, so there are 3 ways you can fill in workbooks, turn them in. So you can print, fill out, scan, and you can upload that scanned image of the workbooks, basically like I have it here, to Blackboard. Now there's a scanner in the library. You can also use your phone as a scanner. One way to do that easily is in that scan is to use OneNote on your phone. And you can use that to scan it. Now there's also a whole bunch of other scanning apps. You'll see that. Oops. I'll just do that. So separate the 2 things. You'll also see that, there's all sorts of other apps for your phones. I used Adobe for a long period of time, but you get OneNote free and it meshes really well with everything else at the college. So, another useful thing, before you upload it to Blackboard is you may want to try saving it to OneDrive. Now, once again, that's something else you get free as a college student, okay? Because you go to JCC, you get OneDrive and OneNote for absolute free. If you would like more information on these, let me know. I am happy to, share that information. So, you can also load the PDF into an app on your tablet. Okay, so 2 big ones that are common are Notability, or OneNote. I'm pretty sure that Adobe also has one, but if my recollection serves, it kind of sucks. And then you upload that to Blackboard. Ooh. Now, if you've been a Professor O'Brien's student, she's one of the math professors, or Professor Stevenson's student. She's also another one of the math professors. You're probably an old hat to this. So, feel free to use that. It's another course, although in this course it's not required. Printing and filling out and scanning, totally acceptable. Now, the third one is you can mail or drop off packets. But to use this one, you need to email me right away. You can't just decide out of nowhere to do this unless you have like a tragic computer, total blue screen of death failure. So in general, you got to give me heads up on that. So 3 ways you can turn it in. Different levels of, this one's high tech, very low tech, medium tech. So I try to give a lot of options for students. The big thing is that you got to upload it in Blackboard and it's got to be written into this workbook. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult for me to grade. So embedded into workbooks, you'll see these questions. I put them in little boxes so they're easy to identify. This is an example of a question. Now, as I mentioned before, you're going to need colored pencils for this class. Okay, so this is your first test. See how it's labeled red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet? I want you to color that in using whatever means you plan to use color annotation. Okay, whether that's your tablet or anything else. Using the magic of computers, okay, it's going, woo, woo, woo. Wow. It's magically colored using the magic of I feel like Federico Fellini. If you don't know who that is, he will be referenced a lot. Google him. Okay. So, a couple of things to note. This is really colored in with colored pencils, like I mentioned before. I like the feel and the touch. If you have a tablet, feel absolutely free to color it in using your tablet. Like those colors there. Also notice this is not absolutely perfect. If you got to college, that means you graduated kindergarten, so I'm pretty sure you can color. You don't have to spend eons coloring. Now, I know some students like to spend that time coloring. If that's you and your jam, you have a good time with that. Just know it's not me saying that, it's you saying that, okay? So, let's continue forward on the last few important points in this section, in this workbook. So, all modules in this course for summer 2022 are due on Thursdays. That's super handy because if it's a Thursday, you should say to yourself, hey, I probably have stuff due, a module due for my GEO 141. That's kind of how I run all my courses. I pick a day of the week, things are due on that day, and then we continue marching lockstep till the end of the semester. So if that is really your jam, and I found a lot of students are like, oh, thank God for not random dates. It helps me remember. Then I am the sign up for more of my classes because that's how I roll. Because I can't remember random dates either. Yay. So let's talk about specifically when things are due. So first, let's get clear that there are two dates important for the college. The college picks these days. So the census date, which is Are You Here, is June 6th. That's a Tuesday. And then last day to withdraw is July 7th is withdrawal. Withdraw. I write these things and I still don't make enough room for myself. So these are the two important college dates. Now for my class, everything is going to be due on a Thursday. So June, I can spell June. Who says I can? Oh, and I just said that, put that up there. Let me scribble that out. June, do over. June 9th, module 1. June, which is a Thursday, June 16th. The next Thursday is module 2. June 16th is, 23rd. That says 23rd is module 3. And guess what? 7 days later on the next Thursday, June 30th is module 4. July 7th is module 5. July 14th is our last module. Module 6 is due. And then July 21 is the final, which is also a Thursday. The final is due. All late and redo work is due. In other words, if you wanted to redo something, that is the absolute last date you can turn it in. And finally, where do I get my points? The point breakdown for this course. Very, very important. So this course is out of 1,000 points. There will be lots of extra alternate credit available. Okay, so there'll be more than 1,000 points available by a long shot. If you're one of those people who I like to get 110%, this is the course for you. So the first module, which is the introduction, which is where you are now, is only worth 50 points. All the other modules are 85 points each. And then the final is 100 points. Now, each one of these modules, other than the intro, and the intro kind of follows this structure, but the point breakdown is just a little different. Starts out with A, chapter readings. And chapter readings quizzes. And these are all out of Pearson. And those are worth 15 points. B, and I'm using this A-B structure because I use it in the outline in this module, and I use it in the outline. So you can tell where you are in your module. So B, there's the Pearson lesson homework. And that is also 15 points for each module. C, there is a workbook, which includes notes and written quizzes. And don't let that freak out. So technically, this thing right here, I'm counting that as a quiz. This is the Can You Color quiz, okay? So we're not, don't let that freak you out. We're taking it real slow and easy here in astronomy. So, notes with written quizzes. This is a total of 35 points. D, you will have some one or more discussion board posts. That is 5 points. Yes, I do have people reply, but not if you're the first one, because I don't want people to be sitting there having to like stalk discussion boards until the end of time in order. So if you're like breakneck pace through the course and you notice you're the first one in every discussion board, just keep right on trucking. Just you got to do your post and keep going, and it'll say that in the directions. I try to be as clear as possible. So E is labs. Generally speaking, there will be 2 to 3 labs per module. And most of these will be Pearson materials, but some of them will be workbook style where you have to fill things out. You'll see that in the first unit. And altogether, those are worth 15 points. So that gives you a quick introduction to the course. Let me know if you have questions. So this is where the bulk of your points are going to come from in this workbook. And that is from this question right here. It says question 2 from workbook 2. That is a typo. Oh, well. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Be sure to answer the questions for full credit. Nobody else is going to see this but me. I'm not prying. If you want to give me snarky answers or very short answers, feel free to do that. But this is also a good space that if there is something that worries you or that I can help you with, here's the place to tell me about it. So looking forward to learning a little bit more about you.